Hello, my name is Monica and I'm a beauty and skincare enthusiast and amateur. I watch a lot of content in this YouTube space, so I figured I would try my hand at making some. I have a couple of videos if you want to check them out. Please also be sure to like and subscribe if you like what I'm making. I really appreciate it. It totally makes my day. If you are interested in what we're talking about today and what we're doing today, then just stay tuned and we'll get started. Okay, so for today I wanted to make two looks using one palette, and that palette is this Viseart Dark Mattes palette. And a lovely subscriber recommended that I do this. One of my few. But I thought it was such a great idea. I recently got this in. I did the palette tag, and this was my newest palette, and it got in, and I just couldn't wait to start messing around with it. So I decided to try out two looks inspired by some Instagrammers who I will be sure to link below. I don't have them. I don't know them offhand, but I'll be sure to link them and credit them as inspiration in the down bar. And in honor of the palette, I decided to make these looks all matte looks. Instead of having this as a companion palette, I wanted to use just this palette and see what I could do with just this palette, which I'm fine with grabbing multiple palettes and using shades from here and there, but I know that's not for everyone. So I figured I would post this video using just this palette, and let's get into the two looks that I made. Those are going to be voiceover style, so here they are.
So to begin with, I'll start with the number 7 shade, which is a bright orange shade. And I'll begin by blending that into the crease of my eye, focusing on the outer half and blending upwards and outwards to create a wing shape. Again, with the number 7 shade, I'm just deepening that outermost corner to create some depth with that color. And taking what's left over, blending that towards the inside corner. And on the lower lash line. Now I'm taking the number 8 shade, which is a deeper rusty orange color. I'm putting that in the crease, more in the center of the eye. Still focus on that outer half. Just blending it a bit to create some depth with that color. Now I'm taking the number 5 shade, which is a very deep sort of magenta purple, and placing that along the lash line in the outer corner in that classic outer V shape. Continuing to blend until I'm happy with the shape. Along the lash line on the outer third of my eye, I'm taking the same number 7 and number 8 shade just to mimic what we have going on in the crease. Now I'm actually taking my face powder that I used to set my face because I didn't have access to a lighter color and I didn't want to bring anything in from another palette. And just using that, placing it in the negative space that we have to blend everything together and to create a creamy look for this all matte eye look. I'm lining the outer half of my eye with that deep eggplant color that's the shade number 6 in the palette. Added mascara and a creamy color on the waterline, and that's the final look. First, I'm taking shade number 1 into my crease and especially focusing that on the outer third of my eye, building up that color. This shade is a mushroomy brown that looks similar to swatches of the color Puffball that I've seen from the Raw Beauty Kristi and ColourPop palette. I do want to note that I used an eyeshadow primer that I did not set, and I think it led to some unfortunate sticking that ended up affecting the look, but that's okay. You live and you learn. Now excuse me, I'm about to dip out of frame for a moment. And I'm back applying the shade number 11, which is a deep, almost emerald green with a teal undertone. And I'm placing that starting on the outer half of my eyelid, but stopping before I get to the very outer corner. Into that very outer corner, I am tapping and lightly buffing the deep navy shade number 10. Moving on to the inner half of my eye, I am smudging the shade number 12, which is a gorgeous yellow leaning olive color, leaving just the innermost portion of my eye alone. I then took some face powder again into that negative space and blended it all together to achieve a gradient effect. Going back in with number 11 to deepen that darker green, and with number 10 to deepen the navy. Now taking shade number 1 again across the lower lash line. And finishing the look with mascara and a teal to cream gradient in the waterline.
Alright, if you made it this far, thank you again so much for watching and sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. And if you have any constructive criticism or questions for me or any suggestions of what you like to see me make, please leave it below and I'll be happy to be down there and talking to you in the comments. So I hope to see you in my next one and have a great day.